Good morning, everybody. Back over here for about a half a day today to get the last of the trees down. I was able to get a fair amount down yesterday, and I laid out the pond. You can see the white flags right there. We've got those two big trees have to come down, grab a little bit of the smaller stuff, and a couple over there, and then up there in the head section there's a few more of that scrubby stuff. I'll go ahead and take that down, get that stuff broke up. I may start combining some of those piles. I may do a pile, burn pile right here and then one up there. Just kind of see what it looks like. It'd be nice to do like two smaller fires at once, but have to see which way the wind's blowing that day and just how stuff's going to go. But I like this stuff sit here and dry a little bit this week, and might have a little bit of a chance of rain Saturday. We'll just have to wait and see, and might be able to burn this. But I already talked to the owner. He wants to clear all this out up here. We're going to leave all those big trees over there, but clean all that overgrown mess out. He said all this used to be open, and just over the years we just got grown up. So probably leave that maple tree, but we're going to take everything else down, tear the barns down, obviously leave the well right there, and just get all this cleaned up. Well, I'm up here in the head section first thing this morning. I'm going to grab some of this brush that I piled up yesterday and stack it onto a pile right here. I was looking at everything. I think I'm going to do another burn pile right here. So I've got all that dry stuff from over there that I can kind of use to get a good fire going. And I think if this stuff sits here today and tomorrow, let's have to see which way the wind's blowing Saturday. We're calling for a chance of rain Friday night. And if the wind's blowing where it's not going to go directly on somebody's house, I'll probably come over here and try to start burning some of this stuff. See what I can do to get rid of it. Luckily, everybody around here is all related, so it shouldn't be an issue. Everybody's on board with getting this old pond fixed. It's all family land. I may have overspoke on the first video. I don't know. I might have got my ponds mixed up. I don't think that they took dirt out of here to build a road. I could be wrong. I know in several cases back in the old days, if they needed dirt for roads or something like that, they would contact, and they still do it today, contact property owners and be like, hey, if we need a lot of dirt for this project, we'll dig you a pond in return. And unfortunately, most of the time, they end up with a mess because they just dig a hole and they don't build a pond dam right. And I'm not saying that's what happened here. I don't even know if they used that. It doesn't look like they took out enough dirt to do that anyways. It's not terribly deep. It's only about 5 or 6 feet deep. So I take these trees out wherever the water line's going to be, which I have it right here. I'll probably dig some of that bank out and cast some dirt up here to kind of fill this in just a little bit and give a little bit more depth to the pond. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I'll leave those big logs right there for now. But I don't want to clean all these small trees up and leave those bigger hardwoods up there. Kind of look nice as a backdrop to the pond. But I'll get these birch trees out, get this mess cleaned up, and then work my way back around to that other side, get those bigger trees down. I didn't feel like using the chainsaw yesterday, so I kind of avoided that. But today I'm going to have to use the chainsaw. Boy, after I got a lot of chainsawing to do. Not on this project, but couple of upcoming projects. Probably pile this green stuff up on the back side of that way. A little bit of stuff that dried out yesterday. You'd be surprised at what one extra day of being knocked down and sunshine on it will do for drying stuff out. Easy there, don't swing around and hit me. But being birch trees, there's something in, I forgot what was in there, but it really helps them burn fast and hot. So I may throw these to the side. That might be good to get the fire going. Alright, well, let me get all this stacked up and these few trees down. We'll go down that edge and clean that small stuff up. And then we'll take down those couple big trees over there. Get that stuff cut up. The sun should be up nice and bright by then. And make everything difficult to see. Grab some of this brush from the side over here near the house. Kind of walk it a little farther away where I can grab it. I'm going to do another burn pile up here. This stuff should burn up really quick. It's all small stuff. Dump it out like that. That should dry out. It's supposed to be, I think, almost 70 degrees again today, so that is fine by me. We've had a pretty cold spell and I'm tired of it. Not near as bad as it's been up north, but pretty cold for us. A lot of stuff, but like I said, most of it's pretty small, so it won't take long to burn up, which means I'm gonna have to stay on top of it as far as burning those other logs and stumps over there. This little stuff burns up so fast you'll actually burn all the stuff you get a hot fire going with before the logs and stumps get to burning. So you have to go ahead and put some of those on there right off the bat. Let them start drying out. This little stuff right here, I'll just end up cutting it off and mixing it in with the trash I bury somewhere. It ain't worth the time to sit here and try to pluck all these little vines and roots out. Alright, let's go over here and work on this far side, get those trees down, cut up. Gotta go finish up another little project. So I was going to keep this oak tree. It was right on the edge of where the water line was going to be, but the more I got to looking at it, the more likely it looked like it was probably going to die, because I needed to put a little bit of dirt in here because it kind of came up and then the low spot right here. So I'm going to take it down, and then this big one behind me too, and I think I can take that edge of the pond, cut that back and lay a little dirt up here to kind of fill this in a little bit and get a little bit more depth to the pond as well. So it was, I mean, it was a pretty tree, but if it dies 2 years from now, it's not going to be a pretty tree, and then it's going to be difficult to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and take it down. Timber! I really do hate to take oak trees down like that. Can I get to that? The chainsaw? I think so. Well, I could till I did that stupid thing. Let's see, can I roll that a little bit? We're gonna stay, I'll stay right there, that'll be great. Stay right there. Gonna shove some dirt right there real quick. That should stay put. There we go, not going anywhere now. And we'll go ahead and take that one down as well. That one, the water level is actually like 6 feet behind it, so it's got to come down. And then that'll be all the big trees. I think he's going to clear that, and then I think I talked him into letting me go through there with the mulcher and mulch all that out and really clean that up. Leave all the big trees, but he said he wants to be able to see through there. Make a big crunch. This is another very pretty tree, but there's no way to keep it. Which I checked grade on the old overflow, and if this pond was ever full, and he said it has been full before, this tree would have been like 2 feet underwater. So that's how old this pond is. This tree grew. Might be getting some clay from over here. There definitely seems better than anywhere else I've dug. Might have to dig a pit up here and get dirt and then just haul that mess back over here. Let's see what happens. Big timber, big timber, timber! Those big trees just do not have much roots though. That's the bad thing. Now that I've cleared around it, you get a big wind and they'll blow right over. I mean, honestly, I didn't try to push it, but I probably could have pushed that tree over without even digging around it. All right, well, let me get this filled in, cut these up, stack some brush up. And that's gonna be all the clearing here for today. Get that stacked up. We'll just see what the weather does, and if I'm able to burn, I'll run back over here and burn this weekend if it gets wet and this stuff's dry enough to burn. I don't need any rain on this stuff to burn, but I need the woods to get wet so I don't accidentally set anything on fire. not really in the mood to be putting out fires in the woods. Ain't nobody got time for that. This is some of the weirdest ground over here I've seen. So I just took a scoop out of the ground with about 3 scoops. Right now, this is looking like my best area to get clay from. Some over there, then it turns to sand. All this is topsoil. I dug a hole over there, pure like brown sand. This is getting kind of gooey. I mean, if it does that right there, that'll work. So we might have to take a couple trees down to get the material we need, but make it happen. You don't know until you start digging on what you got. So all the trees are down now. They're in the pond area. When I come back, I'm either going to burn, depending on the weather, or go ahead and start taking all that stuff out, getting all that cleaned up, tear those buildings down, separate all that out. We'll just see what the weather looks like when I come back. But this needs to sit here for a couple more days and get some sunshine and warm weather on it and dry out. Good morning, everybody. Back over here to the pond site. Had a pretty good rain shower last night. I think we probably got 3/4 of an inch of rain. So it's a little soggy out here this morning. I'm gonna try to burn some of that stuff, see what happens. I think the wind's blowing in this direction right here, which is fine. There's not really a whole lot back that way. And we'll just see how it goes. If the smoke becomes a nuisance, he wants to clear all this out right here. So I have time to work on this. Looks like he's flagged a few trees to save right in there, which is fine. So let's get a little bit of diesel fuel. I'm gonna grab this wood right here. That's nice and dry. And see if I can start a little fire and see what happens. Well, it's looking like this stuff might burn. I don't know how many videos I can get. Boy, the sun is brutal coming over those trees this morning. Well, let me pile some more stuff on there and hopefully it'll get nice and hot. Everything seems to be burning good here. That stump in there had a little bit of weight to it. Grab some brush. Go ahead and pile this on there. Starting to get a good hot spot in there now. I'll tell you what's true. I think I'm just be perfectly fine if all I ever have to burn is hardwood again. It smokes so much less than pine. Cleaned up. I'd like to go ahead and get this cleaned up just in case you know, I'm gonna be gone to Florida there, and I don't know how the weather's gonna be when I get back, so you kind of got to take advantage of rain when you can get it. Obviously I would have loved for this stuff to dry out more, but what happens if it don't rain for 2 weeks once I get back and I can't do anything because it's too dry to burn. And I saw a long-term forecast thing, and it was showing that we're supposed to kind of go through a dry spell, which would be great for you know, doing all the dirt work. But that can really hem you up when you have to do all the burning before you can do the dirt work. So if I get rid of all this, at least I can start doing dirt work. Even though he wants me to clear more, I can pile that over there to the side for now if need be. This stuff is burning down great. Can't even hardly tell it's burning back here too, which is another huge plus. These big stumps up top so they can start drying out a little bit. Maybe just one for right now. I think that's all that's going to stay up there. This fire is absolutely cooking. It is burning this stuff down fast. That's what I like. Get it gone. Oh, that's a birch tree. That bad boy right there is going to be like putting diesel fuel on the fire. Glad I decided to focus on burning today. It has been a great day to do it. Everything's nice and wet from the rain, and this stuff is dried out just enough to really burn good without smoking a whole lot. I've cleared a few trees back there behind me just to kind of work on something while this is burning down. But I've also been piling everything on the fire too that I cleared. Definitely some hot embers. You can see right here where they've fallen down and smoking on the ground. Oop, a big old log fell off. See if I can get that back up top. Out of the way. Let me spin that just a little bit. Good enough for now. And see if I can't add a stump or two. Well, not right there. Let's let that burn down. As you can tell, it caught back up really quick. Well, the fire is really cooking here now. I just piled some stuff on there so it's a little smoky, a lot of that cedar stuff. But it is burning down good. I've gotten a lot of brush put on there. Got that pile beside it cleaned up. While that's burning down, I'm gonna work on cleaning a little bit of this stuff up right here. Take a little bit more stuff down and I can throw that on the fire while I'm working as well. Once that dies down a little bit, I want to try to go and grab all that right there, put it on there as well, and hopefully get all of this cleaned up here today and some more from over there. I still think I'm going to leave a pile over there and burn the rest of that over there, I think. I'll see how it goes. Let's take down this big maple tree. Well, that's going to fall right over. Here we go, timber! Take much digging around to get that over. Like 4 scoops. Probably pile this on there and just let the fire die down a little bit. It's raging pretty good. I've gotten a lot of stuff burnt, which it's not really hurting anything. It's blowing right directly through the woods and all that's wet swamp area, so not really bothering anything. I guess I can keep piling it on there. Good thing about these maple trees is they break up really easily. Like so. Man, I just feel the heat coming off that fire. That is a toasty one. So I tried setting that other pile on fire and I just couldn't never get it to burn. It's weird how this will just take right off. And then the other pile, I tried. I didn't try too hard. I ran out of diesel in my bucket and I wasn't going to walk back there in the mud and get any more, so. now go ahead and brake. Now it will. There we go. I got it broke now. I would like to get that in the fire before I leave. That way it can start burning down, because that's going to take a hot minute. Alright, let me clean some dirt off and see if I can't find a spot in that pile to maybe get this rolled up in there. And I may transfer some more of that brush down from up there. Well, for stuff that was standing 4 days ago, I'm gonna say it's burning pretty good. This was actually standing 2 days ago. Yeah, good hot fire. So I've gotten all the brush from everything over there transferred over. I tried, like I said, I tried setting that other stuff on fire over there, but I just couldn't. It didn't want to take for some reason, which is fine, because it's a little easier to kind of manage one fire. And it has been a good fire too, so I'm not going to complain. There's a lot of stuff in here. It's just packed in here. Put 3 or 4 more grapplefuls on there, and I'm gonna let it burn down. I may come back over here before dark and kind of stack everything up. Maybe put some more brush on there, but I'm happy with the way everything turned out. Got rid of a bunch of stuff. I've got to clear a lot more stuff over here. He's added to it, so there'll definitely be more stuff to burn. If there wasn't, I would go ahead and stay here till dark and put all the stuff in the fire and burn it up. But I've got probably another acre worth of stuff to clear, looks like. Not all of the stuff, but I'm going to go in there and thin the woods out. Toasty. That's going to be a wrap for today. I got that cleared right there. Fire's burning down good. Got all the brush from everything behind the pile all the way to the other side. burnt, and I probably have, I don't know, 15 or 20 grapplefuls left right there. But that needs to die down. It's getting pretty tall and raging pretty good. So I'll let that burn down, maybe come back over here 2 or 3 hours and grab a little bit more and pile on it, but might just let it die down for the weekend. Well, I come back over here before dark, so looks like that burnt down pretty good. I'm gonna stack that back up and grab some of that other brush and pile it on there. Well, I don't know how much you can see, it's getting pretty dark. I got like 2 or 3 logs left up there. Everything else is stacked on the fire. Let that burn down, and that'll be everything from the clearing for the pond site. There's a lot more over here he wants me to clear. That way I can kind of keep track of how much extra time that takes. Let's go home.